Hi everybody, my name is Jessy and thank you for joining me today. Everything that I talk about really comes around with this whole main topic being of improving how we see ourselves, loving ourselves a little bit more, and therefore improving our confidence in our personal and professional lives. Now, I experienced this very recently myself, where I was communicating with a friend, talking to them about how things are, and of course, right now life is up in the air. In this conversation with this friend, I was trying to do what I could to, support them and give them comfort. But in any two-way conversation, at some point, topic was going to lead to me. And in order to make this friend feel better about their situation, I really tried to downplay what I was going through. And in fact, I didn't celebrate. I, if anything, complained about the situation. This particular friend is experiencing a lot of difficulties. And I'm aware that right now, whilst life for me is up in the air with everything that's happening and things are looking positive, and I'm not used to that. I'm not used to being the type of person to have so much more positive and negative going on, and I'm so thankful for it. But at the same time, I'm really careful not to be flaunting that, to not be seen as enjoying it too much, which is such a shame. It's a conflict that I'm going through, and I know that a lot of you have this internal conflict where you want to celebrate something, but if the whole world doesn't seem to be celebrating right now, you don't want to do that either, because you don't want to make it look like you're trying to take advantage of an opportunity or a situation. Even though in my heart I was so excited and I just wanted someone to talk to about it, and this situation was very different for me, but at the same time I'm really disappointed in how I handled it, because why should I have felt the need to hide part of myself when I was talking to somebody I should have considered a close confidant? That's on my part, I think. What I'm trying to say to you today is that you shouldn't have to minimize your success or your things that you are proud of just because somebody that you know and someone you're talking to is having a harder time. If anything, you are giving them some hope that it's not all bad in the world, and that it's not all negative, and that there are ways to find positivity. You have your own struggle and life is hard enough. I actually got this from a very new friend of mine, Apollo, and he said, life is hard enough. I don't need to help life make my life even more difficult. And I think that is so true. Going alongside the whole idea of being your own cheerleader, being your most important support system, you do need to be able to celebrate those successes that you have. Now, it's difficult, yes, of course, when you're talking to somebody having a really hard time, but it doesn't mean just because you're going through a good time in your life doesn't mean that you can't support other people. And even in sharing, if your friend asks you how you're doing and what's going on, I think that if they're a good friend, they should be happy for your success. At the same time, you know in yourself when you're flaunting, when you're showing off, and there's a difference between celebrating those wins and showing off. There is no need for us to make ourselves feel bad just to make someone else feel good. So just some food for thought for you, to be kinder to yourself, to be nicer about your wins, to be humble about your losses, and to be open to other people and sharing those things, because you never know how much inspiration and hope you give to somebody else. For me, I'm the kind of person who really enjoys hearing about people's successes, especially when I'm going through some issues myself, because it gives me that hope that maybe I'll get my win someday. Maybe I will get my opportunity to be able to celebrate and share. And I know that because I celebrated in my friend's win, that when it comes to me needing to celebrate, they'll be there too. So please, just be a good friend, be kinder, but also remember that you matter. Your successes deserve to be celebrated, and therefore don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to admit when you're happy and you're proud. We could all we could all use some time to see more happy people, and then maybe it'll make us feel happier. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.